Hey guys, welcome to the Fight Edge channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. It's so close, thanks for supporting me, guys. World boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. believed that former British heavyweight unification champion Anthony Joshua is not yet ready for a fight with American knockout Deontay Wilder. It's a very tough fight for him. I love AJ to death and I think he is a great fighter, but right now he is not ready to hit back at Wilder yet. That's why he shouldn't fight him now. The blows that Deontay strikes are different from those inflicted by any other fighter in the division, so Anthony has to take care of that first before meeting Wilder, Roy Jones said. Earlier, Anthony Joshua said he was ready to fight Deontay Wilder in December this year. American heavyweight Jarrell Miller resuming his career after a long suspension due to doping. He's happy for Chinese boxer Zhang Zhilei, who sensationally finished the then undefeated Briton Joe Joyce in mid-April. As Miller assures, the triumph of Zhilei was not such a big surprise for him. Big Zhang Zhilei kicked Joe Joyce's ass, Jarrell said on social media, and I've told a lot of people to stop underestimating him. I told you that this guy is capable of fucking. I sparred with him a couple of times and got into his ass a few times, but he was not a miss either. This dude can hit, but he is a great guy. I'm happy for Big Zhang Zhilei. He is hanging out here in New York, so he gave Joe Joyce a New York beating. I'm proud of you, Zhang said. Former interim WBO heavyweight champion Joe Joyce has shared fresh information about his future. We meet with the warrants, so there will be news soon. It would be great to get revenge for the defeat of Zhang Zhilei, to spend more rounds without a black eye. I think I was still in the fight, and I would have started getting close to him in the later rounds. But my respect to Zhang Zhilei, he is a great opponent. Of course, he did his job, it was a tough fight. I was very disappointed, but I would like to take revenge. I hope that we will fight again. We have a lot of options. The light did not come together in a wedge in this fight. I was in a great position. I was not obliged to take the fight with Zhilei, but I want to take revenge, return to the leading position and move on to bigger and better fights. I don't regret agreeing to this fight, it's just part of my story. I lost my toy, but I will continue to fight. I will participate in great boxing evening. There are many different options, you just have to wait, Joe Joyce said. Last week, the WBC heavyweight world champion Tyson Fury took to social networks to excite the public with a loud announcement about his next entry into the ring. I have very important news about the upcoming date of the fight. Absolutely monstrous fight. Stay tuned because the WBC heavyweight world champion will be back in the fight soon, Fury said. Along the way, British promoter Eddie Hearn tried to shed the veil of mystery, suggesting that Fury's opponent would be a former United heavyweight champion from Mexico, Andy Ruiz, and the fight itself will take place on July 22nd. It looked like Hearn was right. Recently, Ruiz himself noted post Tyson Fury vs Andy Ruiz officially July 22nd. We can safely assume that if the fight is really agreed, then the venue will be Wembley Stadium, which traditionally accommodates about 94,000 spectators at Fury's performances. Sean George, the coach of Chinese heavyweight Zhang Zhilei, has no idea how Briton Joe Joyce is able to win against his words in a potential rematch. Recall that Zhang Zhilei sensationally stopped Joe Joyce in the 6th round in the first half of April. Zhilei was exciting and enjoyed their fight, George said in an interview. You know, he didn't even show everything he was capable of. Yes, it was the best thing that people saw in the Battle of Zhilei, but we still haven't seen the best Zhang Zhilei. It's only going to get worse for Joyce in the rematch. There is no much he can do. Maybe he can find a new coach, but it won't do much. Joe will always be Joe. He is a competitive fighter. and a good guy, but under no circumstances will he be able to beat Zhilei, Sean George said. The famous American heavyweight Michael Hunter shared his thoughts about the defeat of Joe Joyce in a fight against Zhang Zhilei. I thought Joe Joyce would pull this fight. It seemed to me that he would have a little trouble because he looked Zhang Zhilei eye to eye, was at the same height with him, although usually Joyce was a big guy who beat from top to bottom. I knew it would cause problems him. Besides, Zhang Zhilei is left-handed, but I thought that Joe Joyce would cope, would put pressure on Zhang Zhilei. I think Joe Joyce and his team need to start with a clean slate. He can't change much, but I think they need to come up with a few other tactics, not just to be a strong juggernaut. Strategy is the main thing in this game, so I think he needs to go back to the beginning and come up with a strategic plan, Hunter said. Former world champion and the first heavyweight Briton Joe criticized his compatriot Joe Joyce for taking the fight with the Chinese Zhang Zhilei. I think it's a bit of greed when Joe agreed to this fight. When a fighter is on the threshold of a title fight, when he is a mandatory challenger, he says, "You know what, either we will sit and wait, or we will arrange an easier fight. We don't need to face this monster." Zhang had a good fight with Hrgovic. I'm not saying he won, but it was a good and close fight. So why agree to fight him? Since Zhilei lost to Hrgovic, defeating him will not give you anything, but at the same time, you can lose everything that happened to Joe Joyce, Bellew said. Former world champion Andre Ward said that after winning a rematch with Sergey Kovalev, he was offered a deal for 2 fights with Tony Bellew and Anthony Joshua. Before the first fight with Kovalev, I had the worst training camp in my career, and before the second fight, the best because I saw the light at the end of the tunnel. I was light, sharp, I had no injuries. I knew I was going to stop this dude. After that fight, even before I finished my career, my hands started itching. 1 second, and I have new offers on my table. HBO has come up with a new offer. They planned that if I continue to perform, I would first fight Tony Bellew in the heavyweight division, and then Joshua. There were 2 days left before the announcement of the deal. I have already started preparing for the camp, but suddenly I woke up in the morning and felt like the whole world was on my shoulders. I was lying on the floor early in the morning and told my wife, "I don't think so, I'll do it again," Ward said. Recently, British heavyweight Joe Joyce announced that he would activate a rematch clause with Chinese Zhang Zhilei. Zhang responded to this statement by saying that no one had contacted his team members from the British boxer. I know that the media asked Joe Joyce about his future, and he said what he said. I always said I'm ready to focus on Joe Joyce again, from the moment I signed the contract for the fight. I understood that Joe and his team made a mistake by choosing me as an opponent. I proved it during the fight. I just want to clarify that so far neither I nor my team have received contractual messages regarding the rematch. That's where we are right now. But if Joe wants to meet again, I'm in business, Zhilei said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.